Today our topic is the power of stillness, why doing nothing is sometimes the best action. Life is full of movement, noise, and constant demands. We are always running, always busy, always trying to do more, achieve more, and be more. But what if I told you that sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is nothing at all? Doing nothing doesn't mean being lazy or giving up. It means being still, quiet, and present. It means listening to yourself, to the world, and to the moment. Stillness is not about avoiding action. It is about choosing the right action, or sometimes no action at all. Let's talk about why stillness is so powerful and how it can change your life. Imagine a lake. When the wind blows, the water moves and the surface becomes rough. You can't see clearly through the water because it is disturbed. But when the wind stops, the water becomes calm. The surface becomes smooth, like a mirror. Now you can see everything clearly, the sky, the trees, and even the fish swimming below. Your mind is like that lake. When you are always busy, always thinking, always doing, your mind becomes disturbed. You can't see clearly. You can't think clearly. But when you are still, when you allow yourself to stop, your mind becomes calm. You can see things as they really are. You can think clearly and make better decisions. Stillness is not easy. We live in a world that values action, speed, and results. We are taught that if we are not doing something, we are wasting time. But this is not true. Sometimes the best way to solve a problem is to step back and do nothing. When you stop trying to force things, when you stop rushing, you give yourself space to see the bigger picture. You give yourself time to understand what is really important. Stillness allows you to reconnect with yourself and with the world around you. It helps you find peace, clarity, and strength. Think about a time when you were faced with a difficult decision. Maybe you were trying to choose between two jobs, or maybe you were dealing with a conflict in a relationship. What did you do? Did you rush to make a decision, or did you take a moment to pause and reflect? Often, when we are in a hurry, we make choices that we later regret. But when we take time to be still, we can see things more clearly. We can weigh the pros and cons. We can listen to our intuition. Stillness gives us the space to make better choices. Stillness is also a powerful tool for dealing with stress and anxiety. When we are stressed, our minds are full of thoughts and worries. We feel like we are drowning in a sea of problems. But when we practice stillness, we create a space where we can breathe. We can step back from our thoughts and observe them without judgment. We can remind ourselves that we are not our thoughts, and we are not our problems. Stillness helps us find peace in the middle of chaos. One of the greatest examples of the power of stillness comes from nature. Trees stand still for years, even centuries. They don't move, they don't rush, they don't try to be something they are not. Yet, they are incredibly strong and resilient. They weather storms, droughts, and fires. They grow slowly but surely, reaching toward the sky. Trees teach us that stillness is not weakness. It is a source of strength. When we are still, we can grow deep roots. We can become grounded and stable. We can face life's challenges with calm and confidence. Stillness is also a key part of many spiritual and philosophical traditions. In Stoicism, for example, stillness is not just about physical calm, but also mental clarity. The Stoics believe that we cannot control everything that happens to us, but we can control how we respond. By practicing stillness, we can detach ourselves from external events and focus on what truly matters: our own thoughts, values, and actions. Stillness helps us find inner peace and strength, no matter what is happening around us. In Buddhism, stillness is a path to enlightenment. Meditation, which is a practice of stillness, helps us quiet the mind and see the true nature of reality. Through stillness, we can let go of our attachments, our fears, and our desires. We can find freedom from suffering and discover a deep sense of peace and joy. Stillness is not just a tool for dealing with problems. It is a way of life. But how can we practice stillness in our daily lives? It's not easy, especially in a world that is always moving. But it is possible. Start by setting aside a few minutes each day to be still. Find a quiet place where you won't be disturbed. Sit comfortably, close your eyes, and focus on your breath. Don't try to control your thoughts, just observe them. If your mind starts to wander, gently bring it back to your breath. Even a few minutes of stillness each day can make a big difference. You can also practice stillness in small moments throughout the day. When you are waiting in line, instead of pulling out your phone, take a moment to be still. When you are walking, instead of rushing, slow down and notice your surroundings. When you are eating, instead of multitasking, focus on the taste and texture of your food. Stillness doesn't have to be a big dramatic event. It can be a series of small, quiet moments that add up over time. Stillness is also about letting go. We often hold on to things, to past mistakes, to worries about the future, to expectations and desires. But when we are still, we can let go of these things. We can accept what is, without judgment or resistance. We can find peace in the present moment. Stillness teaches us that we don't have to control everything. We don't have to have all the answers. Sometimes, the best thing we can do is simply be. In a world that values action, stillness can feel like a radical act. But it is one of the most powerful things you can do for yourself. Stillness helps you find clarity, peace, and strength. It helps you make better decisions, deal with stress, and connect with yourself and the world around you. Stillness is not about doing nothing. It is about creating space for what truly matters. So the next time you feel overwhelmed, stressed, or unsure, try doing nothing. Be still. Take a deep breath. Listen to your thoughts, your feelings, and your intuition. Give yourself the gift of stillness. You might be surprised at what you discover. Remember, stillness is not weakness. It is a source of power. It is a way of finding peace in the middle of chaos. It is a way of living fully and deeply. Embrace the power of stillness and watch how it transforms your life.